Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Vet Jet Show. I am your host, Vet Jet, and I help women, career women that are driven, that are ambitious, that are seeking something new and better. I help them navigate that. Also, here we give you resources and hints and tips and tricks to help you navigate your career and navigate it successfully. And today I'm excited because I'm going to be discussing a topic that is near and dear to my heart that I've experienced, that I've gone through. And right now, the way the economy is going, there's so many women facing layoffs. There's so many people facing layoffs. And I want to help women know how to recover and rise strong from a layoff because there is life after a layoff. So let's hop right into it. I will never forget the first time I got laid off. Oh my God, I was devastated because I never thought it would happen to me. I've been to school, had my master's, working on my doctorate, this, that, certifications, years of experience, a veteran, and I just knew I would never have that experience. And I did. And when I tell you, I went through so many highs and lows, ups and downs, just feeling just completely defeated. And I had never really had anyone close to me experience a layoff. And at the point I was at in my life, I had really built a great life for my children and I. My thing was, I told God, why me? Why now? I've already suffered. I've already been through the broke phase. I've already been through the rob Peter to pay Paul phase. I've been through it all. Like, why me, God? I'm still not always understanding the lessons that I was to gain from that, but I think I am uncovering some more lessons. So I have notes because I want to make sure I cover everything. So first thing I want to say is acknowledge the emotional impact. Acknowledge it. Sis, when I tell you there's emotional impact to being laid off, because you go through so many emotional phases. The first thing is the shock. Just hearing your manager or being in a meeting and hearing, we have to let you go, or we're ending your contract early. And you're looking around like, is it just me? Am I by myself? What's going on? And that shock, have you ever had something that just jolted you? Like, oh, someone gave me a great analogy of if you are carrying the ball in football, right? And you're running the ball and out of nowhere, you get hit by Ray Lewis and it just knocks you out. That's how a layoff can feel. So what I strongly advise you do is acknowledge it, that the emotional pain, the emotional discomfort is there. So know that it's going to be there. You're going to cry. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be angry. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to be scared. You're going to be frantic. Everything I went through. And it's normal. And you know what? That cycle, it can go several different times. It's iterative. Like it can keep going and going. Like you're up, down, up, down. I'm a strong woman. I'm a strong woman. I'm not good. I'm not good. I mean, and it can go in circle and circle. It's like a hamster wheel, right? And so just know that it's a part of the process and acknowledge that it's a part of the process and just take it with ease and just take it as as faith with face value, right? Face value is what I want to say. That I'm emotional. This hurts. This pain is painful. It's uncomfortable, and just sit there just for a minute so that you can get through it, and know that it's going to pass. Know that it's going to pass. And it's grieving, right? It's really grieving. Have you ever lost someone or lost something, a relationship, a friendship, and you grieve for it? Like that, the grief process is real. And if no one hasn't been through it, or if you're telling people or sharing this, your experience with people that have never gone through it, they don't understand how you grieve. I never forget when my mom passed. It's been almost 11 years this July. And that process of grieving, even with my close friends that never lost a parent or someone close to them, didn't understand what I was grieving, how I was grieving, and how it impacted me. And so one of my clients, they had been laid off. And what I told them, be very, very careful of who you share that information with. because sometimes it's good to keep it close to your chest until you're able to go through the grieving process. And later we'll get into the networking process, right? So I just wanted to really take time that the emotional impact is a grieving process, and you go through the normal grieving process like any other type of grief, any other type of loss, whether it's a boyfriend, whether it's a family member, whether it's a girlfriend, whatever your situation is, it's a process. And know that what you're feeling is valid. No one has to validate your feelings. You validate that for yourself. And it's real. I know that it goes through a hamster wheel, but I will say, if you need support, right, some counseling, get some counseling from a trusted source. Pray about it. What I always recommend in everything, pray about it. My main prayer when I went through my layoff season, right, or my layoff experience. That's what it's not a season, it's an experience. I said, God, you said I'll reap if I faint not. And I'll be crying in tears, praying that, God, you said I'll reap if I faint not. And I will say, God, I'm not trying to faint. I'm not trying to faint. I'm not trying to faint. Give me strength. Give me strength. Help me mount up with wings of eagles so I can reap and not faint. Help me. And God began to transform that so that I could fly again, so that I could go through life with ease. And you know what? To my single mothers, it's hard because if you're the only source of income and your kiddos depend on you, let them in through the process. And I know they're not supposed to bear your burdens. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying they have to understand realistically that mom is going through something. Mom is dealing with something. Be patient with me as I go through it. So they can give you grace, so you can give grace to yourself. And it's a great example for your kiddos to see how to go through challenges, changes, and moments, right? And difficult experiences with grace, with ease, and going through the emotional stages that you have to go through in order to get to recovery. So you have to go through the grieving process in order to get to the healing and recovery. Then rebuilding with confidence. Oh, I can't emphasize this enough. The rebuilding process is that your confidence was torn down and now you have to build it back up in steps and in stages. It reminds me of when I went through the military, through basic training, and they tear you down to build you back up again to be a soldier, because I was in the army, so a soldier. So they take away everything that you knew before in order to give you something better, to give you more confidence. And if you use that analogy, right, for building up your confidence again, that those experiences that you had in that previous role and that with that previous company, with that previous job, build your confidence for the next great step, right? For the next greater experience. So know that as you build that, build your confidence, and know that there's always things you can work on, always things you can improve, but know that you're great in and of yourself. Um, and then it's important to have a positive mindset, because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So you have to train yourself during this challenging time to truly, truly, truly have a positive mindset, knowing that you will come out on the other side. It's a momentary experience, it's not going to last forever. It will not. It feels like it, right? But it won't last forever. What will happen is you'll go through this experience and really pray that you learn and get the lessons and you gain the lessons and the experience that you need to so you can transition to the next great experience. You will. So trust and believe that it's a moment, that it won't last forever, and have a positive mindset. Oh my goodness. This is just what they call it, a pro tip. Pro tip, pro tip. This is a pro tip. In order to transform your mind, in order to have a positive mindset, you need to saturate yourself in positivity. And I'm not talking about, oh, I feel good, I feel good. But what I can recommend strongly is get on YouTube. And my favorite, oh, my absolute favorite is Les Brown. Les Brown is my favorite motivational speaker. He has been for years. My mom loved Les Brown. So I never forget when I was rebuilding my mindset, rebuilding my brand for Yvette. What I would do is listen to Les Brown every day on YouTube. And of course, that takes you to other, motivational videos. So start with Les Brown. I would even say then go to Eric Thomas, um, phenomenal speakers, Lisa Nichols, Brene Brown. Oh my gosh. Even my YouTube channel, I have to say that. Go to my YouTube channel. It's great as well. And so you have to, so I said that to say, shameless plug, right? So I said that to say you have to saturate your mind with positivity and you have to do it for yourself. Another one. Oh, this is probably my absolute favorite. John C. Maxwell. He has phenomenal. Now his focus is leadership, and actually, we all should be leaders, right? His focus is leadership, but John C. Maxwell can put you on the pathway to thinking differently. He wrote a book. It's probably about this thick. It's called How Successful People Think. One of his key items when our key strategies he discusses is taking time to think, getting in a quiet place. I would add to that, it's like meditation, a quiet place to meditate, figure out what you want to do, and figure out how you're going to maintain a positive mindset as you navigate that layoff experience. So that's what I truly recommend is going to YouTube, getting motivational videos and watching them. Have you a playlist so that it can help transform your mind. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Then, let's get to some other practical things. So we went through the emotional, we went through building up our confidence. So now let's go to the tactical way that we're going to go through and rise from a layoff resume. Rebuild your resume, rebuild it, and ensure that it is ATS friendly. If you need a resume builder, make sure that you get with a great one because there's so many out there. I've heard that Resume Addict. I've heard several people use her. She's on Instagram. So use a reputable source. Do your homework of where you should get your resume done so it's refined so that you can start to navigate the job market again. There's several types of application systems that can help you apply to different jobs. There's different websites, different platforms. You have your Indeed, you have your LinkedIn, you have remote.co. Libre Jones, she talks about that. I've even been on that site myself and it's great. So just some other platforms. Flexjobs.com is another one if you're looking for remote work and working from anywhere. So you have options. Dice. So as you build your resume, formatting is critical. Just highlighting all your skill sets. Even I was speaking to Design with Ease, and she discussed having a portfolio of your work. I even recommend that now, as you, even if you're on your job, having a portfolio of your work so that you know what you did and how you did it. No, most people don't keep a journal of what they do and the skill sets they're gaining. I recommend once a week sitting down and writing your skills journal, right? So that you can do a skills analysis of what you do and how you do it well. And also a skills gap analysis. That's one thing I offer my clients is a gap analysis. Let's fill in the gaps. If you need certifications as you build your resume, Coursera is a great place because you can get certifications, you can get certificates to build your resume. If you're transitioning, a great certification to get is a Scrum Master certification. Another one is a product owner certification. And so facilitation certification. And if you want more information about that, and I'm a certified agile coach as well. And with that, I understand how to build teams, how to build high performance teams. Certified Scrum Master for years, which I love. Just learning how to help teams work better together and being a servant leader. Great certification to have. A product owner certification, knowing a product, delivering a product, and helping the developers deliver a defectless product, if that's a word. So as you build your resume, build your certifications, take time to do this, and make sure it's done well, right? Another thing is networking. Networking is critical. The older I get, the more I wish I had networked a lot sooner, but it's never too late. So network, Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, just type in different people, find different people on LinkedIn. Then look in your city, see what's going on in your city. In the city I live in, well, my neighboring city, there's a faith and business mixer. And I'm not big on mixers, but this one is phenomenal. Great group of women, business women, and just positive Christian women. So find you your local groups through Eventbrite, through maybe your city page, or your a website, as far as your city website, right? Most cities have events going on in their city. There we go. Looking on LinkedIn, see what's going on in your city. Facebook, see what's going on in your city. So finding a network and community of people that can help you grow. I'm starting a community on Facebook for career women, and just getting in the group will help you understand and navigate different people in different situations. So I'm gonna open that up very soon. Career 365, because we want to transform your career into something better as you rise above the experience of being laid off. So networking is so important. Job search strategies. We talked about the job boards, reaching out to recruiters, reaching out directly to them, and building that rapport, building that relationship can really go a long way and help facilitate and navigate. Also, part of that job search is friends and colleagues that you may have met in the past, or that you may want to meet, um, reach out to them, reach out to your friends, see if they have connections or know of people that can help you navigate that. And just continue to build your skills, continue to build your education. This is another one that I think is so critical. Manage your finances. Um, Most companies don't have a direct care for what you're going through or what you're dealing with, because really it's about their bottom line. What I suggest in times of feast, make sure you have enough for times of famine, so that if you want to take a pivot, you want to take a break, you want to transition, you have the buffer to do so. In today's economy, I strongly recommend a year's worth if you can. So manage your finances accordingly during this layoff experience. Finding different ways to cut back on expenses can also help you navigate that as well. A side hustle, the side hustle. Find what you're good at and offer that as a service. Find your side hustle. Rachel Rogers, she has a new book out, but she has the first book I read, We Should All Be Millionaires. It's phenomenal. And I'm hearing her second book is even better than the first book. And she talks about the side hustle. Have a side hustle, sis. Have a side hustle, because you know what? You are your best resource. You are your best employer. So empower yourself to become the best version of you by having a side hustle and doing things that align with who you are. And then while you're going through this, set some goals. Set some realistic goals for yourself of where you want to be in the next year. Putting that out in the universe and manifesting that will help you grow, will help you get through the challenging experience of a layoff. So set some goals. Where do you want to be in the next 3, 6, 9, and 12 months? Where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself at a better job? Do you see yourself being your own employer? Do you see yourself being your own boss? Do you see yourself being that boss chick that you always dreamed of being? Do you see yourself with greater confidence? So just lean into that. Also, become your greatest success story. Become your greatest success story. Start writing out your story, because how the story is going is not how it is going to end. Be a success story for yourself. And what I really recommend is that as we as women navigate that experience of a layoff, that we really share our experiences of success with one another. So we build a community of women that get through this with ease, that we get through it with resources that can truly change and enhance the trajectory of our life. So if you're watching me on YouTube, I'm looking down at my notes. I don't want to miss anything. And stay motivated and stay focused. And don't let this experience deter you from what God's plan is for you, because there is a plan for your life. There is something greater. So I'll share my story. I don't know if I shared the ending of the story of my layoff experience. What I realized in being laid off in that job, it was the best thing for me because it changed the trajectory, one of my business, of my side hustle, of my pathway. And what I saw is that I was really staying beneath who I'm called to be, that I'm called for more and I'm called for better, and God had something better for me. So it really put me on the path of finding new friends, finding new community, truly assessing my values, truly assessing my principles and what I wanted. And when I say that, what I valued more than anything was my freedom. And I realized I wasn't getting that. And I really was putting value on extrinsic things, items, living like the baller life, which really what I value more than anything is freedom and helping people, not getting more things, right? According to the American way, right? The standard that everyone judges you by. If you have this car, you live in this house, you live in this neighborhood. While I'm grateful for all of that, because God has blessed me abundantly with the life that I've wanted and dreamed of. But what I value more than anything is the freedom of choice, the freedom of peace, the freedom of time. That's what he taught me. And that's what I pursue. I also value helping women not stay stuck, not stay stagnant, not stay frustrated how I was, not stay in toxic environments that really don't serve your purpose. And I became more and more passionate about finding that women, building those communities, bringing them all together so that we as women don't have to suffer and stay stuck. And helping women realize their true value, their true passion, their true confidence really became what I was focused on after my layoff. So it turned out to be great. And it turned out to be a better blessing than I ever thought possible. While I love the people, love the organization, but God shifting me was the best thing He can do. So I encourage you that I hope that your story is even better than mine. And I hope that you're able to navigate and rise above all of this. So, sis, I hope that helps you. And just remember that the setback is a setup for a comeback. And I will always like to say, He'll do it for you. He did it for me, He'll do it for you. And one day you'll be saying, won't He do it? Won't He do it? So check me out. If you will, do me a couple of favors. Share this with someone that you know needs help, encouragement, inspiration. Do me another favor. Hit the like button and the subscribe button, that button that's down there that says subscribe. Please subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my podcast and turn on the notifications. So when I'm live and I produce something, you'll have it. And leave me a comment. If you're on my YouTube channel, leave me a comment. Let me know your story. I would love to hear your story and know how you were able to transition and rise above the layoff. But have a great day, sis. I am Vet Jet, and I am the coach for career ambitious women that want to make a change, want to transition, want to do better today and tomorrow than they did yesterday and in the now. But have a great day, sis, and continue, continue to rise above it all. Because, sis, you're strong, you're powerful, and you're mighty. And don't let anyone tell you different. I am your coach. I'm the coach for you, and I'm the coach for career driven women, Coach Vet Jet. Have a great day, my friends. Bye for now.